everyone, welcome back to the Fantasy Fanbase if you are returning, and welcome to the Fantasy Fanbase if you are new. Today I've got a really exciting video for you all. I have finally finished the Percy Jackson and the Olympians series by Rick Riordan, and I'm going to do a full series review in this video. I'm going to go through each book individually and then go through my thoughts of the series as a whole. We've got a lot to chat about in this video, so make sure to leave a like on the video if you are a fan of the Percy Jackson series. Subscribe down below for more Percy Jackson videos, and comment down below what you think of the Percy Jackson the Olympian series, and also what you think of his other series as well. But without further ado, let's jump in with the first book. Percy Jackson and the Olympians, The Lightning Thief. This book follows Percy Jackson as he gets introduced to the demigod world, the Camp Half-Blood, of course, and is set on a quest to recover the stolen Zeus's Master Bolt. This book is a classic. I absolutely love it. I'd give it 5 out of 5 stars. It's a strong book with a lot of action, a perfect structure, a lot of humor, and the sense of adventure is through the roof. I love this quest. It's also a perfect introduction to the world of Olympus and the Camp Half-Blood. I always have a great sense of nostalgia when reading this book. It's not the best book in the series, I'll get through that later, but it is absolutely one of Rick Riordan's best written books. Percy Jackson and the Olympians, The Sea of Monsters. Annabeth and Percy must brave the Sea of Monsters and save Grover. They're also encountering this dangerous curse that's affecting the borders of Camp Half-Blood, and they have to find the Golden Fleece, which is with Grover, to save the camp. This is my favorite book in the Percy Jackson series. It is short, it is sweet, it packs a big punch. I also just love the tropical and the oceanic feel of this book. It's very well done. The humor, as always, very good. The quest aspect, the adventure is through the roof, like I said about the first book, and the resolution and the ending of this book was one of the better endings in the Percy Jackson series. I thought it was wonderfully written, and I am excited to read this again in the future. I think it's definitely my favorite of the Percy Jackson series. Percy Jackson and the Olympians, The Titan's Curse. This is the third adventure in the Percy Jackson series, and it follows Percy and his friends kind of falling into this trap by Kronos, which leads their friend Annabeth to go missing, so Percy and his friends must go rescue Annabeth and also uncover the mystery behind the chilling prophecy of the Titan's Curse. This book was one of the weaker books in my opinion. The lore was just so crazy that I couldn't really follow it. The story was also a lot darker with a character death inside of it. The quest was okay, it just felt long and it wasn't as action-packed as the first two books. I felt like it was a little bit weaker in terms of that, and so this is actually my least favorite book in the series. I just felt like it was kind of trudging to get through it when the other books were really just fast-paced and I was flipping through them. So this book, unfortunately, not gonna give it a 5-star rating, but I think that it definitely is still up there within like the 4-star, 3.5-star rating. I also just didn't like the concept of this book with the trap, and I don't like how, spoilers, skip a few seconds if you haven't read it, I don't like how Luke survived this book. I mean, it makes sense plot-wise, but I just don't like that he was almost dead and then he came back to life at the end. Percy Jackson Olympians, The Maze. That's not the title. The Battle of the Labyrinth. In this fourth installment of the Percy Jackson series, Percy Jackson and his friends must enter the labyrinth. This really dangerous corridor, this maze underground where there are a lot of monsters and a lot of danger and people go mad. But for such a dark concept, this book was hilarious, it was well written, and it was full of a lot of action and a lot of adventure, and so I really did enjoy this installment in the Percy Jackson series. There were a ton of plot twists and a lot of surprises in this book in particular, and so I really did enjoy it, and it had a very satisfying ending, so I'm gonna have to rate this as my second favorite Percy Jackson book. Last, but definitely not least, we've got Percy Jackson and the Olympians, The Last Olympian. I just finished this last night. This book is another stronger book in the Percy Jackson series. I really did enjoy it. This is a battle book. It is full of action, it's full of adventure. And although Rick Riordan isn't the most amazing author when writing wars and battle sequences, he is very good at incorporating his unique writing style and his humor into the books. So while there is a lot of sword-to-sword combat, there's also flying pigs, dracons, and statues that are fighting. So it makes for like a really unique and funny end to the story, although I would say this ending was very emotional. It was very hard to get through, not in the sense that it was like boring, but because it was emotional. Like I was crying reading the last few scenes because we have sort of this redemption, we have this prophecy that's fulfilled, and again, this is another very satisfying ending. Really enjoyed this thrilling end to the Percy Jackson saga, and I'm excited to read the next series, The Heroes of Olympus. Update. So I started reading The Heroes of Olympus. I just wanted to pop in for a quick second to tell you guys my thoughts on this new series. I love the idea of having multiple perspectives. I love the idea of a more mature, more grown-up version of the Percy Jackson series, and I love the idea of secrets and twists and intrigue and mystery in this. I mean, it's full of these complex and unique ideas, and it actually genuinely makes you wonder if they're able to succeed on this quest. So I'm really enjoying this one. It has the same humor as the Percy Jackson series, but it's a lot better written, obviously because Rick Riordan has had more time to hone his skills. So, do I recommend Percy Jackson Olympians? Absolutely I do. I feel like while there is one weak book, which is The Titan's Curse, the rest of the 4 are very, very good. If I had to rank the books, here's my ranking. In first place is The Sea of Monsters. In second place is The Battle of Labyrinth. In third place is number 1, Percy Jackson and Lightning Thief. Then comes The Last Olympian. Then finally in last place, The Titan's Curse. But these books are very, very well written. Rick Riordan is known for his humor and for his sense of adventure and action in these books, and also just representation in his characters. I love the fact that Percy Jackson has ADHD and Annabeth has ADHD. All these demigods have ADHD, and it's known as a superpower. I think Rick Riordan is really good at what he does, and I definitely recommend this book to anyone that hasn't read it. But to those of you that are watching and have read the series, what are your opinions? What are your thoughts? Do you love the series as much as I did? I'm excited to see all your comments and kind of start a conversation in the comments about this series because it is very well known. A lot of y'all have read it, and I'm excited to see your thoughts. But that's gonna wrap up this video. My camera's dying. Make sure to leave a like, subscribe down below to the channel, comment down below your thoughts on the series, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you so much for watching. Bye!